we are. The scones are about to come out of the oven. It's time for a little hot scone treatment. We're gonna take these out. Right? Thank you. I separated these while they were still in the oven because they were kind of like a little wet. They were still being a little wet and not really finished. So I went in and kind of separated them with a knife and let them bake off the rest of the way this way. And as you can see, like, they're nice and crumbly. Yeah, that one's mine, by the way. I'll just put it over to the side. These are your scones. Baking is super fun. I'm gonna remind you guys.
Wait,
I wrote
we're
looking at the scones? Yeah. Ooh. Take a look at these scones. Take a look at these scones! Anyway, the scones bake. Anyway, clean as you go. When you're baking and there's all that time where like it's a half hour for this, or let this rise for this, or let this do. Clean your surfaces, clean your bowls, and just keep it going, you know, so the next step you're just not like winding up with a big stack of crap at the end. I just learned this. Measure stuff. Get some measuring cups and spoons and measure stuff, because measuring stuff is fun. It's science. Baking is science. And with that in mind, experiment around. This scone recipe, which is 2 3/4 cups of flour mixed with 1/3 cup of sugar, 3/4 teaspoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of baking powder. You mix that stuff up. Then you add in a 1/2 cup of butter, which is basically a stick of butter cut into like small little chunks. You mash that all around. You throw in a cup or 2 of berries and nuts, or berries and nuts. Then you take 2 large eggs. You take 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract or almond extract or whatever extract is extracting you at the moment. You take a 1/2 cup to 2/3 cup of milk of your choice, from animal of your choice. It could be yak milk, I don't care. Then get your dry mixed with your dry. Put your nuts and berries in your dry mix. Then take your wet stuff, your eggs and your milk and vanilla stuff. You mix that in. You make a crumbly little mixture. You fold your dough. You make 2 little circles that are 6 inches. This is the review part, right? And then you put it all in the oven. Oven's been at 425 degrees. You do it for about 20 minutes to about, in this case, these took about a 1/2 hour because I took them out of the freezer. They were super cold. So, you know, just keep an eye on them. And when they look pretty and they look fluffy and they're kind of like, they feel like hollow and dry, that's when your scone is ready to take out and cool. And then, you know, by the time you're back from that bike ride, you're ready for a cup of tea and a scone. So have a great day. I'm JD Limelight. Thanks for tuning in to CRUST Punk. And we'll be back with some forget about it focaccia bread one of these times. Next time. Adios.